Yes, sir. It's the SLYCE. And this is what let's call this holiday stories, holiday recaps with Slice, one half of the RSN podcast. Shout out to Canary Valance. Shout out to everybody out there making it do what it do. Shout out to Hus, Des, shout out to everybody. Everybody. Peace and love. If I didn't get you the holiday text, the Merry Christmas, this is for you. I lost a lot of my contacts and things, so you dig. But anyways, thank you. Welcome. It's gonna be. I hope to do a series, right? Like this is like episode one of a possible series, and I think I'm just gonna recap some events, memorable events of 2022 that I thought was dope. Um, it feels weird sitting here by myself, not in my lab, my setup by myself, recording this. So shout out to Canary. We'll be back real soon. First week of the new year. You dig? Anyways, so I think the first thing we're gonna talk about, I think episode one, series one, episode one is gonna be about when I went to my first battle rap event. URL. I think it was Any Given Sunday Part Two. Number two. This card was crazy. First of all, let me just say shout out to the homie DNA. No, it's the bro. Um, Shout out to him. He came through with the ticket. So this is how it all happened. This is how it all happened. So it was Friday, the Friday before, and they came on a Saturday. And I just so happened to I don't be on social media that much. So I just happened to get on and I check, see the Instagram, like, oh snap, see the flyer, Any Given Sunday too. Uh and the card was, I know I'm missing somebody on this card, but it was Danny Myers and Av, crazy battle. Um every battle that happened was crazy. Charlie Clips and Lou Castro, Calico and Chess. I think there was one more, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was one more, but the last one that I remember was supposed to happen was Surfing Cortez. And so I saw the card and I was like, yo, this is gonna be bananas. And write in the comments if I'm missing one. Write it in the comments. This is gonna be bananas. Like this is a crazy card. It's all the people who I like to watch battle rap, right? So and more, it's more. But so Friday night, I'm like, all right, I see the flyer immediately. I'm like, yo, I'm going. Like I ain't had no tickets, no nothing. I'm like, yo, I'm going. First thing I do, I message DNA. I text him like, yo, yo, I need 2 tickets for tomorrow. You got me? He hit me back. What you need? You got? You good? You got you two? All right, bet. He hooked it up. So shout out to DNA. I text him. I'm like, I need two, one for me and my brother. So turned out my brother was busy. He couldn't make it. So I'm like, all right, who gonna go? Who gonna go? So I'm hitting the homies. Everybody busy. Everybody got stuff to do. Everybody. So you know what? I'm like, all right. My wife is a huge battle rap fan. So I'm like, all right, yeah, you want to go? And mind you, she 8 months pregnant at this time. She's 8 months pregnant, right? She like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm around, I'm down. I'm going to ride. So I'm like, all right. Nobody could go. She was like, she down. She go. So we pull up. The venue's crazy. It's at Center Stage, Atlanta. Actually, and I haven't been there since I performed there when I was in the United Urban Contest. So I performed on that stage before where they was battle rapping. And so we pull up. It's crazy. Like, it's people everywhere. I hit D like, yo, what I do for the tickets, all that. Like, he like, yo, just go to Will Call. Like, just give him your name. You good. So we finally get a spot. I hear the crowd going crazy. This is like already into the first round of the first battle, Danny Myers and Av. And from the moment we walked in the building, it was electrifying. Like, it was crazy. It was like the energy was ridiculous. I knew it was gonna be a special night. I knew it was gonna be crazy. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we go in our seats. He got us the VIP section, whatever. I'm looking around. I'm seeing a bunch of different battle rappers. Um, I seen Casey J. I seen Official. I seen like everybody. Everybody was in the building. Like throughout the night, like any name you name popped up. Um, I think Lux was there too. I didn't see him in person. I think Lux was there. I think Mook was there. Anyways, so first battle's going on. Like Danny Myers is like finishing his round, and it was crazy. I missed the first half of his first round, but then second round it was crazy. Um, then Av go, and I'm like, Av was crazy. I'm like, ooh, back again. Danny Myers go. I'm like, spooky. Av go. I'm like, spooky. So we get to the third, and Danny Myers third was good, but it wasn't as good as everybody expected it to be. And Av came with another one, and good night. Av won that one. So at this point, I'm texting DNA. I'm like, yo, that first battle was crazy. No, I texted him after the first round. I'm like, that first round was fire. He was like, yeah, it's fire. And so at that point, somewhere in between, like during that battle, first battle, and the second, between the first and the second, Goods walks in, and Goods, Goods being Goods, he come in some fly gear, whatever, and a bunch of people and all that, and he said like right across from us, on a like say we on the left side, he's on the right side, but like close enough to where like you could see each other, and so that was cool because he's one of my favorite battle rappers. So shout out to Goods. So then we go into the next battle, and this could be out of order. I'm not 100% sure if this is right, but I know one of the next battles was Charlie Clips and Lou Castro. Out the gate, Lou Castro just barking on Clips. I'm like, oh. I looked at my wife. I was like, ooh. I'm thinking like Clips better not come playing tonight. And it's safe to say he didn't. Make a long story short, Clips just like, let's say if Lou was on like 9.5, Clips was on like 15. You know what I'm saying? Like on the 1 to 10 scale, Clips was on 15. Like he just vintage Clips, like just haymaker, boom, 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 setup, slow cooker. Like there's nothing Lou could have did with him. Like Lou gave a huge fight. He gave a big fight. He did everything he's supposed to did, but Clips was just too much. Um, then the next battle, well, in between battles, you walk to the bathroom, concession stand, all that. You walk around, and so everybody out there. And actually, before Clips in them battle, Geechee Gotti came out, Hitman Holla came out, Arsenal was there, Easy the Black Captain I think was there. Like everybody was out there. So in between, you go to the bathroom, you walk past, you seeing different folks and all that. And I never forget. I'm coming out the bathroom, I see Goods walk in, and Goods being good. You see, sometimes you see people on TV, and they like have a persona, and it's not really them. Like, nah, that's really him. Like he laughing, he joking, he kicking it, he talking to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I appreciate about people once they hit a certain level who keep a level head. And he joking and all that. And some dude walked out the bathroom. He's like, "Yo, you better make sure you wash your hands," and just joking and stuff. And it was like everybody was cool. The environment is great. Everybody's having a great time. So we get to the Calico and Chess battle. Now, disclaimer: Chess choked a bunch of times. I don't know how many times he choked, but his bars was fire. That's the crazy thing about it. Okay, his bars was fire. Um, and so shout out to Chess. You know what I'm saying? He choked. He whatever happened. We have his little situations and all that. But it was his bars was fire. But Calico, that was the best Cal I've ever seen. And not to discredit anything that he ever did, but I'd never been to a battle before. But just to see him the way he maneuvered, he was smooth. He talked to him. Cal was dope, man. I was already a Calico fan, but I felt like that made me even more Calico fan. Like the way in the building, the way he handled chess, like he really. I feel like Cal one of them dudes like when he put his mind to something and he focused on it, he make it happen. So shout out to Cal. That was a dope battle. And so leading up to the last one I remember, Surf and Cortez. So in between, after that battle, everybody walking around this and that, blah blah. So I'm sitting in the seats. I see T Top. He throwing the peace sign up. The people showing love and all the vloggers, everybody around, like everybody you see on YouTube, everybody's there. And so I remember looking. I saw K. Shine, a few different people. I'm looking. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I'm starting to see people move around, and all I see is a rush of people just like run to the door and like, you know what I'm saying, scrambling and this and that. I'm like, oh man, I already knew somebody was fighting. Didn't know who. So come to find out, because the battle got canceled, it was some altercation with two different parties. I'm not gonna get into who and all that, but never got to see Surf and Cortez. And I feel like if that battle, I know it happened at a different later date at a different card, but if it would have happened that night, I feel like it might have been one of the most classic battles to ever happen, because the combination of the build up to it, every battle that happened before that one was supposed to happen was fire. Like it was completely fire. Like you couldn't have asked for better battles from those battles that happened. You couldn't. There was nothing more they could have done to be better than what they did. Right? Even with the choke and all that, like it was still fire. And the energy was just going up. And I know soon as Surf and Cortez would have hit that stage, that first round, all three rounds, but that first round, anything fly they would have said would have just blew the roof off the joint, man. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see that because, like I said, some altercations broke out and things happened. They shut down the event, and I feel like security could have been a lot better. They wasn't checking for things, and anybody could have walked around with anything, and things happen when you get that much, gang culture and hip hop culture and all these different things in one place. Things happen, But I wish that didn't get. I wish they didn't mess it up, man, for the culture, because that was a crazy night. Like I said, you know, I'm in there dolo with my wife. She 8 months pregnant. We are in there enjoying battle rap, and so we joke about that from time to time about how our fourth kid was in the stomach at a battle rap event, 8 months pregnant. So that's one story with me, one of many stories I could tell, but I think that was a dope one from dope experience, dope memory, uh, that we shared in a 2022. Um, and I don't even know what's the next one I should go with, but shout out to DNA, shout out to everybody, Smack, Beasley, everybody who putting on for the culture. Shout out to you for watching part one. And as soon as I think of something for part two, I'm gonna press that record button. Peace and love. It's the SLYCE. Boop.